side. Hornets rag a little time, and now Doble will fire it in on McGovern, who had to close the pads very quickly on that one.
And Doble, he's got a hard shot. He fired it from his own blue line, and McGovern had to close the pads to make the save.
Now Crusaders over the line, and they are offside at the Essex line. 25 seconds left in the period. 32 on the CVU power play. It remains 1-0 Essex here at Gutterson.
Well, if you're CVU, I think you feel like you've been totally outplayed here in the first period. If they can get out of this period just down 1-0, it'll be as close as they've been to Essex in the 3 games they've played this year. After the first period, this will be the closest at 1-0.
Now Matt Babe up to Kielman at center, fires it into the Essex zone. Puck turning around the boards. Haley will get it out near the right point. 14 seconds of the period. Haley shooting. Basilier, the glove saved. And the sophomore Essex goaltender holds on to it. And we'll get a face-off the Essex zone with 11 seconds left in the first period. 1-0 Essex. The goal came early at the 1:28 mark of period number 1 off the stick of Kevin McAuliffe. Face-off to the left of Basilier in the Essex zone. Crusaders win it, but hard off the boards and out to center. Child has to retreat to play it. 5 seconds. Get it up on the wing boards. Up over the line, McKinnon got banged off the play by McAuliffe. Hornets roll it out to center, and there is the buzzer. And that is the end of the first period here at the Gutterson Fieldhouse. The Essex Hornets, looking to complete an undefeated season and win a state championship, leave the ice after the first 15 minutes with a 1-goal lead. It is Essex 1, CVU nothing.
Gourmet coffee and wines from around the world. Central Beverage opens at 5 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 6 on Sunday. Join their coffee club. Purchase 5 cups of coffee and get 1 free. Get quality Citgo gasoline at Essex Discount Beverage. Enjoy something from their deli. Locally owned Central Beverage, Central Street, Essex Junction. At Essex Discount Beverage, Center Road, Essex.
For over 15 years, Child Travel Services has been helping both businesses and leisure travelers plan and manage their travel. In these hectic and changing times, call the professionals at Child Travel to sort through the maze of travel deals and options for the best fares, itineraries, and travel service you won't find anywhere else. Child Travel, 1 Roosevelt Highway, next to Libby's, 1860 Williston Road, South Burlington, formerly Travel Network, and downtown Burlington at 95 St. Paul Street.
Child Travel, it's your
underway, second period here at Gutterson. It is still 1-0 Essex. We're about, 36 seconds into the second period. Puck deflecting up into the CVU bench. 7 seconds remained on the CVU power play when we began the period. That went away. Couple of shots on goaltender Basilier here in the early going by the Crusaders, but it remains 0-0. Face-off just outside the Essex line. CVU shooting at the net to our right at the west end. Essex at the net to our left at the east end for the second period. And behind his own net for Essex, Brendan Fay dumps it off in the corner for Wade Houston. Up on the left wing to Steve Hennessy. Away at center. Puck tipped away by Peter Mazur. Now picked up by McAuliffe. Tapped it over the line. Taken back by Matt Bame. Flipped it off the glass. And Mazur snaps the pass out at center. Haley over the line. Is it on the backhand? Saved by Basilier. A big one. And the Hornets clear it away. Not get out of the zone. Now the puck flips up over the glass and out of play. We'll get a face-off, and I'll tell you, if Haley had scored that goal, Bob, there would have been a huge controversy because I thought he was offside.
Yeah, it certainly looked that way to me, George, and he found himself all alone on a breakaway. Made a very nice move to his backhand and lifted it up, and Mike Basilier, the unsung hero for this Essex hockey team, just stuck with him and just extended himself, was able to make an excellent save, and puck went out for a face-off here in the Essex zone.
Now a shot right off the face-off by Martin, and that's cleared away to the corner by Basilier. CVU coming with early pressure here in the second period. John Doble for the Hornets carries the puck up the left wing to center, but now broken up. Martin trying to step in, but Chris Bouchard knocked it away from him. And back to get it for CVU, Michael Pinckney cuts behind his own net, shoots it off the left wing boards and off the stick of Bouchard out to center. Actually off the stick of Guerrero out to center. Bouchard ahead for McAuliffe, who fed it in. Steve Hennessy along the left wing boards, back to Bouchard at the point, shooting a screen shot high up off the glass and wide. Rebound to McAuliffe, puts it behind the net. Now in the left wing corner, Steve Hennessy for the Hornets. Hennessy bumped along the boards, keeps working, gets it out. McAuliffe gave it right back. Now Guerrero Guerrero in the circle shooting, and it's deflected away by McGovern. In there looking for the rebound was McAuliffe, but it carried by him, and now CBU shoots it down the ice to the icing goal. 12:52 left in the second period at Gutterson. It is Essex 1 and CBU nothing.
Shots on goal in that first period. CBU outshot Essex 6-5, but I thought certainly Essex had the better scoring opportunities and the only goal. I thought Essex did a great job of using their size advantage and knocking CBU off the puck. CBU just really couldn't get anything going through the neutral zone.
Puck cut out to center on it. Wade Houston shot it into the CBU zone. Pass intercepted by Kielman, and now McKinnon at center for the Crusaders. Long shot wide of the Essex net. Brendan Fay back to get it. McKinnon out in after him. Puck came away, but it's cleared away by Houston. Hornets get it to the line. Not out. Kielman held it in. Hornets managed with the efforts of O'Leary to muscle it out to center ice. Over to get it, Rem Kielman. Center ice circle. Slides the pass. Intercepted by Alex Lee. Lee steps back over the line for the Hornets into the slot on the forehand. Gets it to O'Leary, who shoveled it wide. Goes for the rebound. Threw it off the side of the net. And the Crusaders regain control in their own zone. McGinnis got bumped in there by O'Leary. Alex Lee out with the puck. Actually, he was bumped by Bob Hennessy. Hennessy bangs his man again in the corner. Houston steps up, knocks down one of the Crusaders. Hornets hold in. Fay for the shot from the left point. And McGovern chips it up into the mesh above the glass. And we're going to face off the CBU zone. Exactly 12 minutes remaining in the second period here at Gutterson. Vermont Division 1 high school championship game. 1-0. Essex leading CBU.
And clearly the Essex strategy, the same as it was in their game against Burlington in the semifinal, is just to fire it on the goalie, Trevor McGovern, from everywhere. Just let your blue liner shoot the puck and go for that rebound.
Hornet fourth line on. Ryan Lanua shot. A save by McGovern. Crusaders shoot it into the Essex zone. In after it, Haley, puck deflects into the goal mouth, tipped away. CBU holds in. A shot by Matt Bain deflects up off the glass. Now Tucker Warner outside the left circle. We get a whistle, and the net's off in the Essex zone. That stops play and a break for the Hornets as the official comes over, puts the net back on. But CBU with the opportunity. It started with an innocent-looking feed from the sideboards that deflected right into the goal mouth, Tom.
Yeah, you're exactly right, George. And Basilier, as he went back to hug the post to cover the angle as the puck went to his right. You don't have to hit these nets much to get them off their moorings.
Now off the draw, Ryan Heaney at center, ahead on the left wing for Kilcoyne, but it's stolen by Child. Peter Child over the line outside the circle. Puck knocked off his stick by Bouchard. Child got it back in the slot. Tucker Warner can't get a shot away. Warner's got it back, right wing corner. Around behind the net to Mazur. Back to Warner in behind the net. Puck picked off by Doble. Shot it off the glass to the line. Not out. Bain held it in. Got it up for Mazur. Centering for Haley. It was tipped away. Haley's got it now, but he's tied up by Kilcoyne. Child for a shot. Saved by Basilier. And the official blew the whistle. The puck is free. We've got a couple of players mixing it up in the goal crease. But once again, the officials blew the whistle when the puck was loose. We'll get a face-off coming up in the Essex zone. That one did not go in the net, although about 3 players did.
Well, the reason why the whistle blew that time is because there was a couple of players, one from CBU, one from Essex, literally in the net behind Basilier, tussling with one another as their heads were up against the top of the mesh. The puck actually came back out, George, almost to the blue line, straight in front of the net, but the whistle had blown in. Clearly, there could have been matching penalties called there.
They're letting an awful lot of stuff going, and that has been the case throughout the tournament. You talked about it. We had 2 full games here on Wednesday night in the semifinals, a total of 2 penalties called.
And you know something, George? I think Essex is getting a penalty.
Well, they're over to the Essex bench. Bill O'Neill wants to know why. They're trying to get Chris Bouchard off the bench, and he is headed for the penalty box. There's also a CBU guy in there.
Yeah, there's
Tucker Warner.
Well, I saw the referee go over to Bill O'Neill and go 5-on-5, and that's what he was indicating, matching penalties.
So Chris Bouchard of Essex and Tucker Warner of CBU are in the box now. Guerrero muscling the puck past the point into the CBU zone. McAuliffe off for Hennessy. The shot, and McGovern a big save. Hennessy on the rebound. Tried to deal it out in front, but it's picked off by the Crusaders. at center ice. Puck fed into the Essex zone by Curtis Martin. Down to the near corner, Dan Austin in on the forecheck for CBU, banging with McAuliffe. Side of the net, Spencer steered it to the side of the cage. Basilier knocked it away. Now Fay for the Hornets, corner of his zone up to Guerrero, left wing. Guerrero backhands one off of CBU's deck, and it's stolen by Pinckney. His pass stolen in turn by McAuliffe, and he stepped into the zone. The Hornets are offside at the CBU line. 10 minutes, 26 seconds left in the second. The only goal of the game at the 1:28 mark of the first period by Essex's Kevin McAuliffe, and the Hornets have a 1-0 lead.
And clearly that was a case where the referees called matching penalties on that last tussle and behind Basilier, and they should have, because you can't let that go too crazy, because it'll just escalate, and we're still seeing 5-on-5 hockey.
Now on the face-off, Kilcoyne in there, steps it in over the line, taps it up to Brad Currier, trying to go through the circle, and he was knocked off the play by Child. Hornets go up with it, in behind the net. It's Kilcoyne, tried to feed the point, but going the other way at the point was Tyler Murdaugh, and the puck all the way back down to the Essex zone. Doble to play it in behind his own net. 10 minutes left in the second period. Essex up 1-0. Here's Currier away at center for Kilcoyne. Left wing over the CBU line. Fire saved by McGovern, and he holds on. Matt Kilcoyne snapping it away through the legs of a defender, but McGovern with it all the way picks it off and holds it, and we'll get a face-off in the CBU zone.
Well, a nice job by Kilcoyne there, gathering some speed through the neutral zone. Came in, skated down on the left side, got about a couple of feet inside the face-off circle, and fired it, trying to use the defenseman as a screen, fired it through the defenseman's legs, and it went right into the glove of McGovern. I think he picked it up late, George, but a nice save by him, and he held on for the face-off.
He's on the CBU zone. Crusaders gather it out at center. Ben Albertson trying to step his way around Houston. Albertson keeps going into the zone. Puck knocked away. Here's a Gunlaw shot, deflected away into the corner. Down on his knees, Alex Lee gloved it around on the near boards. Stepping to the puck, Child, but Hennessy knocked him off of it, and here's Lee at center. With O'Leary, 2-on-2. Ahead for O'Leary over the line. They're offside as Lee's pass was in O'Leary's skates. Looked like he tried to kick it ahead over the line ahead of him, but didn't get the job done, and the Hornets are offside at the CBU line.
Well, it went into his skates, George. Looked like it went into his skates just as right before he crossed the goal line, and I thought it was onside, but the referee right there had a better angle than I did and blew the whistle.
Off the draw, puck comes back to Fay, center ice circle, flipped one to the CBU line. McGinnis knocked it down, and Slauson for CBU shoots it into the Essex zone. Fay to knock it away. Slauson taps it up the sideboards. Rooney Castle in after it for CBU. Puck comes free, corner of his own zone. Wade Houston to get up for the Hornets out the right side. Houston carries to center. Houston with O'Leary. Houston winds it up, got his stick hooked, and his shot comes weakly into the CBU zone, put away by McGinnis. Down the right wing at center for the Crusaders, it's Parker. He got broken up near boards by Fay. Puck tapped back into the Essex zone by Slauson. Back to play it behind his own net for the Hornets, tipping it around in the corner. Houston in after the puck for CBU. Parker. Parker works the right wing corner, tied up by Fay. Puck free to Alex Lee. Gets banged to the glass by Slauson. Bob Hennessy cleared it to the line, not out. Shot snapped away wide from the point by McGinnis. Shot from the other point by Bain, tipped in behind the Essex net. Slauson taken to the backboards by Houston. Mazur dug it out for CBU, but now it's stolen by the Hornets. Brendan O'Leary got it out to center, lost the handle. Essex in the middle of a change, stepping to the puck. Hennessy to the CBU line, broken up by McGinnis. McGinnis winds from center, long shot wide of the Essex net. Goebel back to clear away the rebound. Got it up the boards to the line, not out. It's held in there by Haley. Flips one, it's knocked down, but stays in the zone. Haley stepping to it in the slot. Shot blocked by Fay. Haley along the left wing boards, avoids the check. Haley feeds it into the slot. Here's McKinnon. It's knocked off his stick by Goebel. Goebel and McKinnon in behind the net. Puck squirts to the far side. Haley and Guerrero go after it. Guerrero gathers it, rolls it back to the point. It's held in by Pinckney. His shot knocked down, short side shot, and a save by the goaltender. And we get a whistle. The CBU fans are celebrating. The puck is in the net, but it was stopped initially, and this one's not going to count.
No, it was stopped. It didn't go in until well after the whistle.
The whistle had
Basilier.
The CBU student section is right there on the goal line, and they are very unhappy, but it is not going to be a goal.
Well, you can even tell, George, when they reacted, it was so late. Basilier had the puck in his pads. The whistle blew. He definitely had the puck tied up, and then afterwards, as he moved, he tried to see where the puck was after the whistle blew. It ended up rolling off his pads and into the net.
Well, that's two now that CVU has put in the net that have not counted. But again,
well, the biggest difference here, George, on that one, Basilier definitely had the puck tied up. And when after he heard the whistle, he didn't know where the puck was. He knew it was in him. And then as he moved his body to try to recover the puck, to give it to the official, it rolled out from his equipment and into the cage. And you could tell when the CVU fans reacted.
Excuse me, Bob. CVU assistant coach Doug Hopper is really giving it to referee Fellows right now. But if the whistle had blown, the whistle had blown. And that's pretty much the story. Off the draw, puck dead in front of the Essex net, cleared away, and here's Kilcoyne out at center. Kilcoyne to the CVU line, shifts it to the right circle, wrist shot, save McGovern, rebound Courier, save McGovern, and the rebound cleared away by Tucker Warner. Back to center for CVU on the left wing side. Warner up over the line. Actually, check that. I said Warner, that's Peter Child, 8, not 9. Child taken down in the corner. Child banging on Heaney. Puck squirts free. Haley threw it up in front of the net. It was knocked down. Now it's Tucker Warner turning in the slot. Couldn't get a shot away as he was taken down by the Hornets, and the puck flipped out through center and back to the CVU zone, and this will be an icing call against Essex. 7 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the second period. Essex 1, CVU nothing. CVU has had 2 goals waved off.
Well, I don't even want to say that, Judge. The first one, I think, was a call, early whistle by the official. That second one, clearly, when the goalie ties it up, you blow the whistle. Just because it falls into the net as the goalie's trying to recover the puck to give to the official after he hears the whistle, it's definitely not a disallowed goal. The red light never even went on because the clock had stopped.
Now puck fed in front of the Essex net. Bay clears it away out to center. CVU coming with the pressure here in the second period. Here is Bay at center ice, bumped off the play by Dan Austin. Puck taken back, a little slide pass ahead for Murphy, went by him. He goes to the corner of the Essex zone against Wade Houston. Houston able to tap the puck free to Bob Hennessy. Left wing circle in his own zone. Hennessy comes to center. Left wing side, shoots it into the CVU zone. Puck carrying all the way around. Alex Lee in the corner, puts it behind the net, then took a big hit from one of the CVU defensemen. Puck to the midpoint. Bouchard held it in, put it on goal. McGovern back into the corner. Alex Lee again into the corner, far side against a couple of the Crusaders. Big O'Leary in there as well. Taps it behind the CVU net. Rem Kielman's got the puck. Up on the near boards, Dan Austin for CVU, shooting it out at center. O'Leary on the back, check to intercept, drops it back to Doble. Now Bouchard inside his own line for Essex, ahead on the left wing, shovels it into the CVU zone. Essex changing up. Pass at center, stolen by Doble, but it bounced off his stick. Trying to step on it was Curtis Martin, but Doble got back. Doble now flattens one of the Crusaders. That was number 14 for CVU, who got buried, Ryan McGinnis. Puck along the far boards in the Essex zone. Crusaders hold in. Here's Matt Dame up into the slot. A diving block by Chris Bouchard. Hornets throw it to the near boards. They jam it right down below us in the Essex zone, and as the Hornets touch up the puck, we're going to get a whistle. Looks like we've got a boarding penalty coming up here.
Actually, it's going to be a roughing call, and it's going to be on John Doble of the Hornets, George.
Doble going out, a roughing penalty at the 9:20 mark of the second period. 5:40 remaining in period number 2.
Well, this game has got extremely physical, George, and it's to Essex advantage, except when they take penalties. And right there, what happened, Doble right below us went into the boards and gave a big hit. But what he did as he skated away is he gave an extra shot with the glove in the head, and it happened right in front of the referee. So CVU will go on their second power play of the game.
Face off out high in the Essex zone to the left of Basilier, and the Hornets clear it away. Now Child for CVU at center. Shoots it into the Essex zone. Wade Houston to find it. Guns it quickly out and back down to the CVU zone. Minute 45 in the Crusader power play as McGovern sets up the puck for Child in behind his own net. Child out the right side. Shovels it back. Now Tucker Warner inside his own line. Forced deep by Steve Hennessy's work. Puck comes free. McGinnis has got it for CVU. Settles behind his own net. Now out the right side. Ryan McGinnis for CVU. Avoids McAuliffe, dropping it back to Child. Still at the CVU line. Child trying to feed it ahead for Albertson, but he didn't catch the pass. And that's an icing call against CVU, and the faceoff all the way back to the Crusader zone. 1:21 on the power play for the Crusaders. 5:01 in the second period. 1-0 Essex.
How about we've had 4 penalties called in the 2+ games. This being the third here at Gutterson, and they've all been on the Hornets forced to kill their second penalty of this game, and CVU needs to take advantage because the Hornets are not allowing much for the Crusaders, especially when they get in the offensive end.
Now Child for CVU carries it ahead at center. Right wing pass up over the line to Curtis Martin, but it's knocked away by Houston, and it came out over the zone. Haley trying to hold it in, but they're offside at the Essex line. 1:08 left on the power play. 4:48 in the second period. CVU on the power play has Haley out there with Martin and Mazur up front. Ren Kielman on defense along with Dame. The penalty killers Guerrero and Courier for Essex with Bouchard and Houston as the Hornets shoot it out to CVU zone off the draw. Back to get it, Kielman. Side of his own net, out the right side, shifts to the left wing, broken up. But the puck comes right back to Bame up through the center ice circle. Right wing over the line to Martin. Tried to steer a pass. Picked off. Stolen. Here's Kilcoyne with Courier at center. Kilcoyne left wing. Stops, and now he'll just dump it back to Bouchard at center ice to rag some time. Cross ice to Houston. Back over to Bouchard in the left circle. Guns one. Tipped at center by Courier and back into the CVU zone. 33 seconds on the Crusader power play. Now Courier in to get the steal. He's got Kilcoyne in front, but he couldn't get it to him. Courier, though, keeps working in the corner, gets banged in there by Kielman. In to help out Kilcoyne. They jam it in the corner to the left of the CVU net. Kilcoyne holding it to the boards. We're down to 15 seconds on the CVU power play. Finally, the Crusaders out at center, but getting broken up on the play was one of the CVU Crusaders. Puck loose at center. Now it's Martin dumping it into the Essex zone, but time ticking down on the puck. Bouchard guns it around the boards and out, and Essex has killed the penalty. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second period. It remains 1-0 for the Hornets. Now in on the forecheck, Guerrero takes down his man in the corner. Puck retrieved by the Crusaders. A steal, right wing side of the CVU zone by McAuliffe, but the Crusaders take it right back. Albertson dumps it around in the near corner. Guerrero to pick it up there for Essex. Spins it to Hennessy. Couldn't get a shot as he was tied up by Matt McKinnon. They both go down at the backboards. Puck free. Crusaders have it, and they'll work it ahead to center. On the right wing side, stepping it ahead, Jamie Spencer, double teamed, worked off the play at the Essex line. Hornets throw it high off the glass. Funny bounce off the glass, stays in the zone, but now Bouchard able to get ahead at center from McAuliffe. He'll shoot it into the CVU zone. In after it, Guerrero. Guerrero with Hennessy coming to the net. Guerrero falling down, however, and the puck taken for the Crusaders by Child. Peter Child carries it ahead at center ice. To the Essex line. Fires, saved by Basilier, and he'll cover up on the rebound. Face off in the Essex zone with 2:42 left in the second. Essex 1 and CVU nothing. Division I state championship game tonight at Gutterson Fieldhouse.
If you don't think these teams are well coached and well disciplined, on that penalty kill, Matty Kilcoyne looked like he thought he might have had a 2-on-1 as he entered into the offensive zone. He saw Courier was all tied up, and instead of taking a low percentage shot, knowing him and Courier would have been caught up ice, he passed it back to Bouchard in the neutral zone, knowing that he had to kill the penalty. And when you're in this high with the adrenaline going, you want to score, and he was disciplined enough to know that don't take the low percentage shot, just get it back and kill the penalty. Just a terrific job.
Now Essex looking to clear the puck out of the zone. Stepping up at the point, trying to hold it in, was Michael Pinckney, and it just snuck out over the line. CVU whistled down on the offside. And the face-off outside the Essex line, 2:32 left in the second. Alex Lee on the face-off against Alex Slauson. And the Hornets control in their own zone. Puck around to Bouchard, carrying by him. Puck stolen, and a shot snapped away by Matt Parker wide of the Essex net. Along the far boards, Goebel buries Alex Slauson. And to center ice comes O'Leary. Taps it ahead in traffic to Bob Hennessy. That's broken up by McGinnis. He'll feed it out to center. Goebel on it now. Fires it back into the CVU zone. Puck carrying behind the net. Pinckney in the left wing corner. Avoids O'Leary. Dumps it around in the corner left side, but Bob Hennessy in there gets the steal. Crusaders regain control. Tapping it up on the sideboard. Stepping over Alex Lee. Knocked it away from Parker. Puck taken back. Spinning at the backboards in his own zone. McGinnis. Right wing side. He'll tap it out to center. Puck taken right back by Bouchard. Rolls it ahead. O'Leary had to wait or he would have been offside, and now as play slows, the official blows the whistle on the offside call against Essex at the CVU line. A minute 49 left in the second period. Again, want to welcome everybody who may be listening anywhere on this great planet of ours tonight. We're on the World Wide Web tonight, courtesy of sportsjuice.com, and glad to be doing that. And if you are out there somewhere in the vast stretches of our nation listening into a hockey game, we'd love to hear from you. Drop us an email. Send it to my email, gcommo, that's C-O-M-M-O, at Radio Vermont, all written out, .com. Controlled by the Crusaders. Center ice, it's Haley on the right wing side. Shoots it into the Essex zone. Puck curving around to the far side boards. Wade Houston bangs on his man. Puck comes free to the line. Hornets can't get it out. It was held in by Matt Bain. Down in the near side corner, Haley working against Hale. A pay. Haley centers for the shot by Tucker Warner and a save by Basilier. And the Essex sophomore goaltender holds on to it. We get a little pushing and shoving out in front of the Essex cage. Great setup for Warner, and Basilier again comes up big.
The very first time that an Essex player has let one of the CVU players all alone in front of the net right there. Warner set up perfectly in the slot. The pass came from Haley, and Warner just one-timed it and hit it right into the chest of Basilier, who was in perfect position, and this time he held on, made the save.
Now puck along the near boards in the Essex zone, picked up by Bouchard, slides it ahead, McAuliffe at center. McAuliffe left wing over the CVU line, shifts it to the slot, it slid off his stick, finding it, they score! Guerrero! Chad Guerrero found it to the left of McGovern, and with 1:01 left in the second period, the Hornets have a 2-0 lead.
Well, how do you know it's your season, it's your year? Right there, McAuliffe, as he was coming in, was not intending to pass to Guerrero. What he tried to do is move the puck from his backhand to his forehand, and what it did is it slid off his stick right through the legs of a defenseman, and Chad Guerrero doing exactly what he should do. Really thought McAuliffe was going to shoot. Guerrero was going for the rebound, but the puck came right on his stick, and from a sharp angle, he was able to slid it underneath McGovern before he could get over and make it 2-0 Essex with 1:01 to go here in the second period.
Guerrero the goal, McAuliffe on the assist. And Essex has a 2-0 lead after CBU, I think we could fairly say, Bob, has controlled the period offensively.
Yeah, they've had some good scoring opportunities, but Essex just plays so well in front of their own net.
Now McKinnon bouncing one in from center. It's gloved by Basilier, and he holds on to it with a couple of Crusaders in the area. Face off in the Essex zone. 44 seconds left in the period. So in the first period, it was McAuliffe assisted by Bay. Here in the second, Guerrero assisted by McAuliffe. They gave the assist to Hennessy. That's not right. It was McAuliffe who was carrying it into the zone. That'll be changed. Puck tapped into the CBU zone. Racing back to get it in behind the CBU net. It's Ryan Heaney out to the right wing corner. Shovels it back in deep to Kilcoyne. Worked by McKinnon. McKinnon taking Kilcoyne to the board. Bame in there as well as they jam it in the corner of the zone. Clock ticking down. 20 seconds in the period. The jam continues. Bame digging the puck out, but Heaney steals it from him. Heaney walks it in front, flips the short side backhander, and a save by McGovern. Now one of the Crusaders comes banging in. I think it's Pink.